This is for the narrative of our final thriller project. Pretty sure this is our final narrative.
Yeah.
Definitely?
Definitely.
I can't be bothered to change it anymore. Basically, the scene starts out with a man. We've got a man and he's doing household chores, like he's walking around the house, he's mowing the lawn, he's cutting down some trees, some foliage. He's doing all the things you do on a normal day, and a woman approaches him and she's handing out flyers for a missing girl. And so he takes the flyers, he's all apologetic, he's all sympathetic about what she's going through, because obviously she's just lost her
Daughter? No?
daughter or sister or daughter, we're not sure yet.
Family
that's
member.
fine.
You just swore.
We can cut that bit out. So he's all sympathetic, he hugs her and everything like that, and he walks back into his house and he puts a flyer down on the table and he pulls out a knife. And this is when the shot goes from a shot of his mouth,
Smiling.
his half of his face here, smiling, to the woman who was handing out the flyers, and over the shoulder shot, you see the girl that she was handing out flyers for, lying on the ground, battered, bruised, and most likely nearly dead. So yeah, now Gemma's going to talk about characters. We won't put the line in, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she walks. Then she turns around and she walks into the room where the girl is, because you can see her through the door. She shuts the door, and all you hear is "You'll be with mummy soon" before she shuts the door. That's how she's gonna say it. That's how she's gonna say it.
Yeah. So we have three main characters in our film. We've got a man, a woman, and a young girl. The man is like in his mid-20s, maybe. I think we're going to get Charlie to try and play this part, if he will.
Yeah.
He's going to wear dark, scruffy looking clothing, so like blacks and browns and all that sort of shade.
Probably this jacket.
And then he's going to be bald, like Charlie. Going to be quite tall and big, so like he gives off the vibe of a, what's it called?
A bit of a recluse,
A bit of a recluse.
crazy person.
Bit of a crazy person. So you get the idea that he is the bad guy in this film. He's going to have dark circles around his eyes, like bags and stuff like that. And yeah, he's just going to look quite scary, creepy. Then the woman that's handing out the flyers, she's going to look innocent, and she's going to wear quite light clothing, so you think that she's the good, she's the good person.
Acts the innocent.
She acts the innocent. And then you find out that she is actually not, and the guy is actually a red herring. So we're kind of playing on the conventions of the thriller genre. The young girl is going to be like small, and she's going to have matted hair, and she's going to be bruised, and like she's going to look like she's taken a beating. And she's going to have torn clothing and just not look like she's very healthy.
Okay. Is it ready? Is it going? Okay, let's go. Location. We were thinking that one of my friends, Danny Hammond, he's in year 13, he'll probably be watching this or listening to it. He has a house spare, I think. He currently has a house spare that we could probably use as our location, because we need a house, and I think it would be best for an empty house to be used. If not, and he's a bit of a nice person, we will just have to end up probably using one of our houses. Most likely not mine.
Most likely mine.
Most likely, yeah, probably. And we'll get shots within Badwell Ash, because you know Badwell Ash is a haven of film. It's like the English Hollywood.
It's quite creepy as well.
That's right, it's quite creepy. Yeah, location. House. The house is actually in Great Barton, but we won't show any of the Great Barton Road. We'll just show the house so we can film the rest within Badwell Ash, because it's probably easier for both of us.
Yeah.
Because you live quite close, and I live in it, and she drives and I don't, so I think.
Also, Badwell Ash is quite quiet, so it'll look
It is.
really like.
Especially because it's getting dark really early now.
Yeah.
It's probably, if you wanted a bit of sort of like a dark sort of like bit of it, probably quite a good place to actually do it, because it's quite secluded. Not really many people drive through. It's a bit of a.
So, what are we going to have for our props, we're going to have a lawnmower so that the guy can be mowing his lawn. Have a cigarette so that the guy looks kind of like a badass, you know. And we're going to have, obviously, the flyer. We might also have the woman wear a necklace so it kind of suggests that it is definitely the same woman. So like we get a close-up of the necklace on the 2 shots of the woman. Yeah, so people don't get confused. We're going to have a knife so that the guy can put down the flyer, pick up the knife. So then you think he's going to be a bad person, but he's actually a red herring. Ooh, we're playing with the thriller conventions, you know, because normally the guy is the bad guy, but actually the woman is this time. Well.
Any other props? We can have chains for the lady who's tied up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably use rope because rope's cheaper.
Rope is, yeah,
And,
easier
well,
to
we're
get
not
hold
going to buy it,
of.
it's easier to get hold of than chains.
Yeah. You go.
This bit is about our target audience. Our target audience is mainly people who are sort of into doing the normal kind of thing, day in, day out routine kind of people. We kind of want to mix up their ideas about life. Well, not life, just like the film's going to be, the opening scene is going to be sort of like, he's going to suggest one thing and it's going to make people think really deeply about one thing and then realise that there are hidden meanings behind everything and that it's not actually what you think it is, and it sort of reflects their life a little bit, like they do the same thing day in, day out, and maybe they shouldn't.
Makes you
Maybe
think.
they mix things up a bit.